I haven't read my script. I wrote the script, but I haven't read it. Alright, I'm gonna jump straight into it this week. I have an issue with a lot of novels that I pick up, especially ones that I pick up randomly, and that's that there is often this love story that is forced into the story where there doesn't need to be one. Seems like a lot of authors think that they can't have a main character without having them be in emotional turmoil over someone. I have read so many really good books that had these amazing main characters that suddenly got sidelined by a love story. And when I say sidelined, I don't just mean it got incorporated into it, because there are some really amazing writers who can incorporate these important, well-developed emotional relationships into an already fantastic storyline. What I'm talking about is having these strong, wonderful, intelligent main characters that suddenly fall in love and turn into jello that someone is trying to nail to a tree. Useless. Now, people have to have relationships with other people. It's part of what makes a good story. It's part of what teaches us about the world and about the person that we're following, is how they respond and interact with other people and with the world. But I am personally of the opinion that just because there are characters that could be in a romantic relationship doesn't mean that they have to be. A lot of the time I find it way more interesting to see a good, solid friendship that transcends a romantic friendship than something that just turns into another love story. Now, I wrote a novel that I'm now working on editing, and I have two main characters who are of opposite genders, who are attracted to opposite genders, but I made the choice early on that I don't want them to be romantically involved. I think that their relationship can have a lot more depth and a lot more interest in terms of the overarching story if that's not something that becomes a part of them. This is actually something that I found I really enjoy about video games, which is kind of surprising to say in a lot of ways, which is that a lot of the time, even if you are playing a female main character, you are given the option to romance certain characters. You may have those choices in conversations or things like that, but you aren't required to do it. And oftentimes it's kind of a side story, or it doesn't have to be a part of your main quest. Now, yes, I will admit, often if it is a secondary character or if they are non-player characters, then they have more of a built-in likelihood for you to be able to have a romantic or a sexual relationship with them. But there are so many games that are built around female or male characters that have the potential for romantic relationships that don't have that built into them innately. They just stand as characters in their own story. Dragon Age does a really good job of this. Borderlands also has a lot of really wonderful storylines that are just built around characters as characters, and you can find this throughout the video game industry, which always makes me wonder what it is about writing a story as a novel that makes us feel like we have to make someone in love. So here's my question for you today. What is your favorite non-romantic pairing of characters? Book, video game, anime, whatever. Your favorite non-romantic pairing. Now, I would tell you what mine is, but I'm still trying to figure it out, because I realize so many of the books that I read, when they have, especially a pairing of opposite genders, they have a romantic storyline. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoy making these videos. I am so happy to be on a schedule where I can actually make things for you guys on a regular basis, and it's wonderful and fantastic and amazing, and thank you so much for watching. There are links all around my face right now if you want to go see more of my videos. If you would like to support me and my writing, take a look down below at my Patreon, and I will see you next week when I'm going to be reviewing The Secret of Lost Things by Sheridan Hay. See you then. Bye.